We are continuing our chit chat with Luke Rall, who happens to be one of the captains and second on the leaderboard in the content creation campus of the real world. If this is your first time watching me, do hit that subscribe button. Welcome to Dieselhead. This is Vivek. Let's roll the video, fellas. जिन लोगों को TRW ज्वाइन करने में दिक्कत आ रही है वो मेरे चैनल की प्लेलिस्ट जॉइन द रियल वर्ल्ड की 3 वीडियोस को ध्यान से देखें। डिस्क्रिप्शन में प्रोवाइडेड जेन्युइन 1 मंथ क्रिप्टो लिंक्स या नॉर्मल लिंक्स को फॉलो करके द रियल वर्ल्ड इजीली ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। ये सारे लिंक मुझे TRW ने प्रोवाइड किए हैं। अगर बाइनेंस या बायबिट पे काम नहीं बन रहा है तो बिंगएक्स यूज कर सकते हैं USDT परचेज करने के लिए। अगर फिर भी इशू आ रहे हैं तो कमेंट सेक्शन में कमेंट करो, मैं अपना डिस्कॉर्ड चैनल का लिंक शेयर कर दूंगा। So, Luke, what kind of gears are you using now?
Well, in all honesty, my gear didn't change much. I believe I'm a person who believes that it's not always about the gear, but it's what you do with the gear. It's about the narrative of what you create, and especially in content, is you can have the best gear. You can have we've seen this in Hollywood even. You can have the best gear. They have billions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars to spend on a movie for gear, for actors, whatever.
Yeah.
But if your story isn't good, then you can't actually make any use of it. It's not actually good content.
Totally
so
agree.
Right now, what gear I'm using, I obviously upgraded to a dedicated camera, so I'm using the Sony a7 IV. That's what I upgraded from my phone. Before, I had just an old MacBook, and then I upgraded to a MacBook M3 Pro. I believe it is, yeah, M3 Pro.
That's great.
The latest one. Obviously I got like a Joby tripod. Not much changed, nothing was extravagant. Nothing was like I needed it.
Yeah.
I just believe that, listen, if I need something, I needed the camera. I felt like I needed the camera because I can't show up to a professional shoot where I'm filming certain products or certain people. I feel like showing up with an iPhone is a bit unprofessional.
Yeah.
It's not like I would have got that client in the first place. I got that client because they know that I was the best. I already had social proof. I already had worked with other people. If you get your first client, they're not going to look at you and think to yourself and think to themselves, oh, this guy's using an iPhone. They're never going to think that. When you get to a certain level, yes, when they start paying you more, when you start getting exceeding $15,000, maybe, they will care. But if you're making $300, even $1,000 from a client, they will look at the iPhone and be like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, agreed. Totally agree. So, what kind of software are you using to edit your videos now and when you started?
When I started, I'm using the same exact editing softwares as when I started. I'm using currently Premiere Pro and have been since I began. But in all honesty, I'm quite fortunate that my brother is in university and he got the whole Adobe Cloud suite basically at like a huge discount because he uses it for university and in his own graphic design thing.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough that I sort of piggybacked off him and shared an account with him, and I still do. I've been using Premiere Pro from the beginning. But in all honesty, I have a person who I knew on the leaderboard who was making more than me, who uses CapCut on their phone. There's some guys in who's doing marketing who literally use CapCut on their phone and making $30,000 per day. It's insane. The editing software doesn't define you as a creator. It's all about your creativity and how well you can.
That's great. That's great. So now, Luke, what is your minimum fee if somebody want to hire you now, currently?
I don't want to give the exact minimum fee because generally I'm here for long-term value. I always say that. To clients, I get offers. Yes, I do get offers. Oh, please make me this one piece. No, I'm sitting here and I'm saying I want a 5-month contract, or I want monthly. I'm not one piece. So if I had to give a minimum figure, it would be at least minimum. Really, like scraping minimum would be $2,000 plus over.
That's great.
Per month over 6 months. That would be minimum. If you don't sign me for that long, then
so that would become $12,000.
Somewhere around there for a minimum.
That's a good amount from a single client.
For minimum, yeah. That would be somewhere around there.
That's great. Congratulations, buddy. What are your future plans? Do you plan to stay in UGC only or expand it further to the advertising agency?
Well, maybe I won't reveal too much because I got some quite exciting things coming up in the future. But I think for future plans, obviously I don't do UGC as of right now, but I think future plans is yeah, I'm trying to like hold it back because there's quite a lot of there's some exciting things on the horizon for me in terms of my business and what I'm going to be doing. But if I had to give you a glimpse into my future, is generally just scaling and on top of that, building a team. That's the biggest thing. Is what what people don't realize. Yeah, what people don't realize is that the students inside the content creation campus right now will have a possibility to work for me in the future, and there's not going to just be one. It's going to be multiple people. So
That's great.
I'm not gonna go out and hire some people that I find online. I'm gonna give back to the community. I'm gonna say it to real world students.
Exactly.
So
That is so
I think
nice
it's
of
really
you, buddy.
important that these people get the loyalty back, because not only did they help me, they've helped many people. And you know, I've been in that situation where I wish someone would just hire me because I really need the money and I'm willing to work hard, as I proved it. And I feel like that would be my best way to give back. So if any person inside the real world, who's inside the real world or thinking about joining, join now, because you have so many opportunities. It's not just me who's looking to hire. I don't want to reveal too much about like inside knowledge, but I know some people who are going to look to hire, who are looking to hire, who are currently hiring students who joined for $50 a month. So it's a valuable thing.
Agree, totally agree. And that's a huge, I would say, opportunity for the people inside the real world that you are trying to help them back.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
huge
karmic
thing.
retribution. It's karmic retribution. That's at the end of the day, what matters is that you don't just take, because at the end of the day, when you just take, you're actually going to fall flat. And that's my opinion. Obviously, people have their own opinion, but you're going to fall flat, and you're actually going to get
Agree.
what you've taken is going to be 2x what you have to give now, because I believe that everything is equal inputs, equal outputs in life. So if I take something, if I take the knowledge, if I take the help, I feel like I owe that back. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it in different ways. Yes, I can give my knowledge back, but I want to do more than that. I want to help people strive to become better, to as we say, escape. I think that's my biggest thing is giving back.
That is so nice of you, and it's so amazing that you think like that. It's great, actually great. So, do you have all your clients local, or do you also have international clients?
Right now, all of my clients are local. I have no clients outside of my country, but there is something which is coming on the horizon, which is going to be generally based across nearly every continent.
Oh,
So I've got certain things in the works which will allow my business to expand to places like North America, Europe, and generally the Middle East. So without revealing too much,
yeah, that's completely
right
fine.
now, yes, everything is local, but very soon and on the horizon, it's going to be international.
Great, great. We'll be waiting for your upcoming venture, right? And hopefully you will be here again telling about your venture when you started. And I would also like to know, Luke, do you use any apps to get your payments from the clients, or you take cash from your clients?
You know, in general, here in South Africa, we have quite an advanced electronic banking system. So it's very easy to literally go inside your banking app and pay money to everyone. Has basically a bank account, and to the point where you can actually send money from your bank account to someone's phone and use their phone, and their phone can be used to withdraw the cash. We have a quite advanced one. I know in America they have to use different payment methods like Venmo and Cash App, because the only way is wire transfer, and that takes ages and it's costly. But here in South Africa, you could click a couple buttons on your phone or your laptop, or even like a public computer, and you've sent money. So generally for me, I literally just say, send them what my bank details are, and they send the money straight in.
Oh, that's great. It's kind of even more simpler here in India. We just have to scan a code and we can transfer the money without needing any bank account number or anything.
We can also do that. Obviously, I use the more structured one because I create debit orders and I use all the bank information because I use debit orders. So that way it auto pays, the client auto pays me every month instead of having to transfer each month.
That's great. That's great. Or any advice for the other third world country creators willing to make it a full-time job, the content creation?
To anyone who's in the third world, the biggest thing is that you must never let your environment restrict you.
Exactly.
You must always realize that just because you're in a certain position does not mean you're less off of a chance.
True.
And the reason I say that is because look at the people in the first world countries, the people who are way more fortunate. And yes, I may be more fortunate than you when I first started, but still, people are way more fortunate than both of us. These people would rather settle for the average life, which means that regardless of where you are in life, what matters is that you work hard. And the biggest thing that I've learned, and if I quote Andrew Tate here, is that if you genuinely try your best all day, every day, all the time, you cannot lose. It's impossible to lose.
Absolutely.
And that should hit for a lot of people, because what we don't understand is I've heard it so many times from people. I've heard it even inside the real world, and I don't get mad by it because I can understand it. Oh, I don't have money for this. I live in this country. I can't get clients. No one wants to pay me. It's not even that much. And I think to myself, listen, I come from a country where, 49% poverty rate. We have to have big electric fences around our houses because people rob. And I think to myself, I've been in the shit situations which are way worse than people who actually have the ability to go out and walk the streets. And I think to myself, it does not matter about your environment, because if you truly want it, you'll do anything to get it. The same way when I started, when I had 14, 10, 11, 12, it does not matter, 12 days left on my subscription, my last $50, I needed money now. I wanted it more than ever, and I would do anything. And I sat down every day, just my laptop, put the phone in another room, put every distraction you have, put it away.
So true.
Sit down, work, do the work, and I promise you, you will get the reward out of it.
Absolutely. So now, we have made so many serious conversations. Now let's talk about Pope. I just love that guy. And a lot of people want to know about Pope. So, one thing, I have got so many questions about Pope, that what is his real name? Do you know his real name? Even I don't know.
If I knew his real name, I wouldn't tell you. And so Pope is he's obviously quite a mysterious figure, and I think that's what gives him power.
Yeah.
So even if I knew it, I don't think I'd tell anyone. So,
and now lately I've seen that he doesn't show his face on the live calls also. He used to be live and used to show his face in the past.
He wouldn't show his face ever. He hasn't done a proper face reveal. There's been slip-ups sometimes. Obviously, I don't want to shine a light on that. The OG students know, the original students know, that sometimes he would mistakenly post a pic. The wrong pic in the one of the channels. It would be like a selfie of him instead of like some announcement. But otherwise, he's never shown his face. However, without giving too much away to people outside, you probably already know this, he is planning to do some type of face reveal, probably around the New Year in March.
But I also think that he need that mysterious image just to make sure that he doesn't get attacked by the Matrix also, like Andrew Tate got.
Well, I think that as much as, a lot of the professors inside are quite powerful.
Yeah.
Yes, they work for Andrew Tate. However, one thing we also have to realize is that they are famous to us, but they're not famous to everyone.
Yeah.
So there are lots of professors which have social media accounts.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are not often attacked. However, the whole point of Pope, yes, it's obviously maybe to protect his identity. Yeah, well, I can definitely be certain that's a protection, but it also just proves a point that he doesn't have to show his face to become the number one creator in the world. He is the number one creator, and it can be obviously easily disputed. But if you look at Andrew Tate, he can make one Twitter post, a video that Pope made,
Yeah.
and the Twitter post would go trending for 24 hours. It get tens of thousands of reposts, and I think that's what just proves it. And ironically, a lot of the time, you and me fell for Pope's market. I wouldn't say fell for, but we actually, Pope's marketing made us join.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, if we kind of just proved how his methods work.
Yeah, exactly. So true. And I think Pope is someone who actually is responsible for such a huge image of Tate brothers, and he took them so high that nobody can touch it again now.
Well, I think that I have to attribute Pope. I have to compliment him because obviously I respect him quite a lot. I respect him a lot. He's one of the people that I have the most respect for.
Me too.
And if you
I
actually
just love that guy.
ever chat to Pope, if you ever come near to his workflow, you'll realize that guy is unbeatable. He is the king of work. He has some of the best workflow. It's the same thing they say about Luke, cousin Luke. Unstoppable workflow. Pope is exactly the same. Absolute workhorse. He would go to bed at 2 and then wake up at 5 a.m. for a meeting with the captains. He is the type of guy that if any average person who's never been in a tough environment worked around him, they would probably run off crying, because Pope not only has the ability, but he also has a work ethic. And I think that's what I respect so much about him. He has the mind. And on top of that, you just have one conversation with him. You could just have a normal conversation with him, and he will give you so much wisdom, so much knowledge.
True.
It's almost like he's like Tate over here. Like,
So true.
You just have a conversation with him, and all of a sudden he'll just give you so much wisdom and knowledge.
So true.
He's, I have to give him that compliment. That he's one of the greatest people I've interacted with and worked under as well.
So true. I truly admire him for his so much contribution towards the community and the real world. And he has recently started AI Automation Campus also. And I believe this is one of the best courses for anybody living in the third world country.
100%, yeah.
This is one of the
100%.
best courses.
This is the future. That AI Automation Campus.
Yeah.
If it's on Pope's radar, let's just put it like that. If it's on Pope's radar,
Yeah.
if he really truly believes in it,
Exactly.
then it's something gonna be world changing. It's gonna change the world. It's gonna shape the world, the future as we know it.
Yeah. And Pope must be having huge plans for it. That is why he came up with this idea.
Yeah, he has some plans for it.
I've been telling in my videos also to all the people watching my videos, just go and join the AI Automation Campus if you don't trust any other campuses. Just go for AI Automation Campus. It's so easy. Pope has made it so
100%.
easy that anybody can do this.
This is generally the power of TRW. You can literally take your, what we call workflow or build for AI automation, send the link in a channel, and an expert will test every aspect of that that build. Like literally, if it's a chatbot, they will ask it every question and find your exact error and say, listen, this didn't work, before you even send it off to a client, which I think is like true power, because otherwise you would sit there for hours doing it yourself and you'd be wasting time. You just copy and paste the link into a chat and someone will test it for you.
Yeah.
That's what I think is incredible.
So, look, I'm very thankful to you that you came here and shared so much knowledge with the viewers. And I believe they are gonna learn something from you, and they are gonna do something out of their miserable lives. I hope they do, because this should be a uh, eye opening. This should be an eye opening video for them, because there was a time when you didn't have even $50, and now you have more than $100,000 within just last 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months. What is 3 months? Nothing.
Yeah, it literally, it was like it all came. The big chunk of change all came in the last 4 months. So in under 4 months, to be honest. So
That's so great. I truly admire your hard work, buddy, and I'm really happy. You can't believe how happy I am to see you, that you made $100,000+. It is so amazing to see you grow exponentially like this, and I'm really happy. I don't have words to express this.
it's definitely going up. I can assure you.
That would be even
You
better.
know, that in the coming months, it's gonna be higher, and it's gonna be greater, and it's gonna be better.
I hope you make 1 million soon. I hope you make 1 million within next 2 or 3 months max.
Yep, I will.
I hope for that.
Well, I'll do a world tour. If I hit 1 million, then a world tour is coming. So
I'll be meeting you in Delhi.
100%.
We'll be doing the video in my studio, this studio, right?
We can actually do a in-person interview.
That would be great. Amazing. People would love it. And thank you for joining us today on my channel. And I think we'll be doing a similar video soon. And I hope you'll be sharing more of your wins in the future videos.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you very much. And guys, if you enjoyed watching this content, do hit the like button, share the video, and we'll be meeting in the next video.